Yeah, another warm day for our Tuesday. Many temperatures well into the 70s, and we did even include a few more low to even a few mid-80s out there. Check out the numbers from earlier this afternoon. Grayling, one of those warmer spots, 84. Cadillac back at 81 today. Manistee and Traverse City, also some of those warmer spots at 80 degrees. And temperatures, even as we are going in towards this time tomorrow, will have the potential to even be a little bit warmer. Now, lakeshore communities are going to be a little bit cooler still, held back probably in the 70s. But as you're going farther inland, it's another run back into the low to mid 80s. And that's going to be the chance where you're seeing some of those orange shadings on the map for the numbers to potentially even get over 85 degrees. So we could have a few spots having a run closer to 90 getting into the day tomorrow. That's going to be the hottest day we do have, at least in the extended forecast. A little bit cooler getting into the weekend. Let's also track the chance for a little bit of fog again. We did have some patchy to even dense fog in some of our southern zones earlier this morning. At least for the rest of this evening, closer to midnight tonight, mostly clear skies, and we're keeping things generally quiet and dry. Now, getting out the door for your early Wednesday morning, some of our southern communities and even a little bit closer to the Lake Huron shoreline, I think that will be the better placement for a little bit more fog as we're starting off your Wednesday morning. So things to keep in mind there. Also watch areas throughout the Upper Peninsula. You're going to see a few glimpses of some green as we are going throughout the day tomorrow. That's going to be the only rain chance I would suspect. It's going to be a weak cold front, eventually moving in from the north. So the later we're getting into the day on Wednesday, closer to the midnight hour, we will also have to watch western lower. You do see a few lone showers there, so that's going to be the only rain chance we're talking about later into your Wednesday evening, closer to midnight, very early on into Thursday. But again, notice the placements and just the coverage of that rain really not looking too impressive. So I would suspect most of our rain chances are going to be holding off until we get into the upcoming weekend. Timing, not going to be the best for the weekend, but later Saturday and then especially we will be watching Sunday for that next appreciable chance for some rain. Until then, I think it's going to be a mostly dry end to our week going throughout the next few days. Let's get your live weather stations outside right now. Still a warm Tuesday evening. Cadillac still holding on to some low 80s current temperature right there at 81. Mount Pleasant not far behind it in the upper 70s. Current number sits right there at 79. And our temperatures past midnight tonight, very similar to where we did wake up to from earlier this morning. Farther inland, can't rule out a few upper 40s. Big Rapids, Grayling, for example, near 49. I think the majority of us will be in the 50s to start off your Wednesday morning, and also that chance for some patchy to even a little bit of some dense fog. Not going to be completely out of the question. So watch that again for your morning drive, the bus stops as we do start off the day on Wednesday. Temperatures into the day tomorrow. Lakeshore communities, 70s, but numbers farther inland. It's a run back into the low 80s getting into the day tomorrow. If we have any spotty showers, we'll find that throughout the eastern upper peninsula. Still expecting a lot of dry time for tomorrow. Check out numbers even as we go into western lower, low to even some mid 80s farther away from the lakeshore. So warm to even hot, depending on your preference as we get into the day tomorrow. Eastern lower, sunrise side, there's your numbers. Mid to upper 70s near the Lake Huron shoreline. Check that out. Going farther inland, right up M33. Mid 80s near 85 getting into the afternoon tomorrow. Even some of our southern communities, 86 to even closer to 87. So we're going to have a few spots getting closer to 90 degrees, or at least feeling closer to 90 getting into the day tomorrow. Still our fair share of some sunshine. 7-day forecast does highlight the chance for a shower throughout the upper peninsula tomorrow. I think our better chances, Adam, will hold off until the weekend, bringing in the first official day of fall next Monday.